All music, really, its source is all holiness. Because why? Because impurity has nothing to do, has no business with song, with melody. It doesn't even know of happiness. Because Tuma is the source of sadness. How come you see that there's plenty of non-holy songs? So, Reb Leib Saris, the holy Reb Leib Saris, when he was in the country of Russia, he felt with the Ruach HaKodesh that in a certain village in Hungary, there was a very holy neshama. And this neshama needs some tender, loving care in order to bring it to its appropriate level. Reb Leib Saris Reb Leib Saris tells his wagon driver to hitch the horses, to go on a long journey. And the wagon driver already knew that when Reb Leib Saris says to go on a long journey, it means that they're going to have Fitzas Aderech. And this is what it looked like. They sat in the wagon, and in the beginning, the wagon driver would hold the reins until they left the city, and then the tzaddik took the reins, and the wagon driver was like he was having like a daydream, like he was like in a trance. And it was as if he had a dream of just seeing, towns and villages flying, like very, very quickly, until the point that the horses came very close to the place they're supposed to go. And then he would wake up the wagon driver out of his trance, he would give him back the reins, and they would continue going. In the morning, they came to this village, and after davening, Reb Leib Saris went to the woods outside of the village, and he saw a child there who was 8 years old. And his clothing was threadbare, torn, and he was only half clothed. And he was leading a pack of ducks. He was some kind of shepherd over there, The tzaddik Reb Leib Saris starts to speak with this boy. So the boy tells him that he's the son of a poor widow. Her name is such and such, and the tzaddik went to the...
That's a weird name.
Reb Leib Saris went right away to the mother of this boy and asked that he should be able to take charge of the boy. And he would, and this is actually, it was enticing because he was saying that he would raise him and he would give him the proper chinuch, proper education to be a good merchant. In other words, to be a merchant not of physical goods, material goods, but of spirituality and godliness. And he also gave her a certain amount of money so she should be able to sustain herself. We know Reb Leib Saris actually, he was always collecting for poor people. So he always had funds specifically for poor people. And this widow agreed.
Sometimes he took them from other chassidim who were looking funny for other people.
Exactly.
True back to the story a few weeks ago.
Yeah. And she agreed. The tzaddik, Reb Leib Saris, takes this young boy, and they went to Nikolsburg, to another tzaddik. Who is the tzaddik in Nikolsburg? It was Shmelk of Nikolsburg. Right? It was a Talmud of the Maggid. And when they came, Reb Leib Saris tells Reb Shmelke, I brought for the honor of Torah a very high neshama, a very holy neshama, from the chamber, from the realm of song and melodies. And he charged Reb Shmelke with the task of getting this soul up to par. And so it was. This little shepherd grew up in the house of the tzaddik of Shmelke. So imagine, he adopted this little boy. This boy knew a lot of songs from his shepherd days. So all the songs that he knew, he would transform into holiness. And here it says something very, very interesting. It says that really all the nigunim in the entire world, any melody, any song in the entire world really comes from the chamber of song, which means it's holy. All music, really, its source is all holiness.
Wow.
Because why? Because impurity has nothing to do, has no business with song, with melody. It doesn't even know of happiness. Happiness and Tumah really don't mesh. Because Tumah is the source of sadness, of depression. But what happened? How come you see that there's plenty of very non-holy songs?
That's what was going through my head.
Through the first sin of Adam Arisha, the holy sparks fell into the domain of Klippa, into the domain of impurity, into the domain of Sitra Achra. And the avodah of a tzaddik is to take all of the sparks which are trapped in melody, in song, that are impure, and to take them out and to elevate them. And that's what this little boy was doing. He would take all of the songs that he knew as a shepherd and would bring them into kedusha, into holiness. Really, he would return them to holiness, right? And here it actually brings an example of a song which I've never heard, and it reminds me of a different song, a tiny, tiny bit, but really not the same. And I wish I could hear this niggin. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to say the words here. It's incredible. It says, I'm going to translate it from Hebrew. Probably wasn't originally in Hebrew either, but well, of course it
Well, it
wasn't.
might have been because this is after the kid got education.
No, I'm saying what he knew as a child.
Oh,
was,
the original
yeah,
words.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So he says, woods, or forest, forest. How big you are. Rose, rose, how far you are. If the forest was smaller, then the rose would be closer. And if I would be taken out of this forest, then the two of us could be together. So it's some kind of shepherd love song. Yeah? But he took this song and he transformed it into holiness. How did he revise the song? He went, Galus, Galus, exile, exile. How big are you? How great are you? Shechina, Shechina, how far are you? If Galus was small, then the Shechina would be closer. And if I was taken out of Galus, then the two of us could be together again.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And so, it says that eventually this young shepherd turned into one of the greatest composers in the nation of the Yidden, of the nation of the Bnei Yisrael. He turned out to be Reb Yitzchak Isaac Toib, who was known as the Kalav Rebbe. And when Reb Naftali of Ropshitz, who was a great tzaddik, heard this song with its sweet melody for the first time, he said that in the moment, when the Kalav Rebbe sang the song, there was a very great tumult in the heavens, and the source of mercy in the heavens was aroused, and many, many droves of merciful angels came to Reb Leib Saris in his chamber in Shemayim, and they praised him and they said, "Blessed is the one who brought us such a precious soul." So, First of all, if anybody knows the song, please let me know. May we merit to connect to Hashem through song, and only have a connection of holiness to music, because that's really its source, and maybe be able to sing the ultimate song with Mashiach. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for those who are here in the flesh, and please like is free. Please subscribe. Please consider being a patron. God bless you. Thank you for being on the Pray Hard, Play Hard podcast and YouTube channel. And the song that this reminds me of actually is the song that the Shlomo Zayda is known to
Chapaza?
no.
He's known for it.
Because it talks about a forest, talks about a father calling to his children, and it's about Golos.
Could be related.
Also, some people say that Reb Saras and Shlomo are the same person.
Right,
but that's why it's very interesting. But I don't think it's.
But there's also proofs that it's not, because sometimes it's
The
mentioned
mother's
different
name. I mentioned that in the story.
Yeah.
But the point is that this is a beautiful song, and I really wish someone, if I could find out this song. I want it more for the melody.
I want to hear what the tune is.
Yeah.
Because the comment of the tzaddik of the tune.
Yeah, he said
That's what I want to hear. The words are beautiful, don't get me wrong. But
no, it's so poetic, but I'm saying
I want to hear the
tune as well, yeah.
Because of a comment like that, that's not a light little comment to make.
Yeah, by the way, the other tune that I mentioned is actually the intro for the song. The intro for the song is part of that song. Da, 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 na, 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 na.
Yeah. This is a Hakel event. Take 14.
This is a Hakel event.